Dear friends, welcome to Bond with Arctic Chemistry YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain the previous year questions which are repeated in SCUPC entrance examination in chemistry from the lesson Biomolecules from the year 2010 to 2015. Which one of the following is associated with the bacterial cells? When you compare bacterial cells with animal or plant cells, it contains ribosomes, but in bacterial cells there is no lysosomes, no chloroplasts, and also there is no nucleus. Since there is no nuclear membrane, there is no nucleus. In bacterial cells, we can find ribosomes. Remaining all organelles cannot be found in bacterial cells. Which of the following is responsible for the diphenyl amine test in DNA? The DPA test, diphenyl amine test, this one is exhibited by the DNA due to having 2-deoxyribose. Okay, when you treat 2-deoxyribose, this is the 2-deoxyribose which is present in the DNA. Okay, when you treat with sulfuric acid H plus, there is a formation of furfural. Here there is a formation of furfural CHO. And when you treat with diphenyl amine, this is the diphenyl amine PH and H and pH in presence of H plus, okay, there is a formation of a blue colored complex. The blue colored complex is formed due to reaction between 2-deoxyribose in presence of acid and diphenylamine. Here you will get this complex. This is the complex you will get C double bond N. This is the pH, and here also you will get pH, and this one has positive charge, and this is the CH. Here, based on intensity of blue color, we can determine the amount of DNA present in the sample. This one has a lambda max at 595 nanometers. By measuring absorbance value at lambda max 595 nanometer, we can determine the amount of DNA in the sample. So what is the correct option? 2-deoxyribose, which is present in the DNA, which is responsible for the diphenylamine test. Which of the following elements are present in DNA? DNA deoxyribonucleic acid. This one consists of sugar, and also this consists of base, nitrogenous base, purine and pyrimidines, and also this consists of phosphate. We know that if you take base, nitrogenous base, this one contains nitrogen and also carbons, and sugars, these molecules contains carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, and PO43 minus, this one contains phosphorus. So in DNA you can find carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and phosphorus. All the elements you can find in DNA. Natural silk is a polymer derived from. Natural silk is a polypeptide. It's a polypeptide. It's a fibrous protein. Is made up with amino acids. So this is the correct option. Among the following, the form of alanine at pH is equal to 2 is. Okay, this is the alanine form. The ferroionic form of alanine is the CO2 minus, and this one is CH3, and NH2 and H. This is the L-alanine. Here, the isoelectric point of alanine is nearly equal to 6. This one is 6.11, so it is nearly equal to 6. When pH is less than isoelectric point Pi, then there is a protonation takes place at the CO2 minus. So the CO2 minus will become COOH, and CH3H. This is NH3 plus. The deuterionic form is NH3 plus. So you will have NH3 plus. Okay, in presence of acid, if the pH is less than Pi, the form will be like this. Suppose if you take the pH value, this one is greater than Pi. Let's take 8 to 10 like that. Then there is a deprotonation takes place. There is a removal of proton from NH3 plus, and this is the form you will get CO2 minus, and here there is a CH3. So what is the correct option? B is the correct option. DDT is an example of DDT, dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. This is the structure of DDT. Dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. This is the structure of DDT. This is used as an insecticide. This one kills the mosquitoes and also some insects. So DDT is an example of insecticide. Which of the following is not found in the prokaryotic cells? Okay, let's take bacteria. It's a prokaryotic cell. When compared with the animal cell or plant cell, these are eukaryotic cells. In prokaryotic cells, there is no membrane bound nucleus. There is no nucleus. You can find a cell membrane, and you can find cell wall, and also you can find ribosomes, and also you have DNA and cytoskeleton. But in prokaryotic cells, there is no membrane bound nucleus. You have cell membrane, cell wall, and the cytoplasm, but there is no membrane bound nucleus. The phase of the cell cycle in which the DNA replication takes place is. Here in cell cycle we have different phases. You have two main phases, that is interphase, and second one is the mitotic phase. Okay, in interphase we have G1, S and G2. In interphase there is a growth of cell takes place, and also there is a formation of DNA takes place. In mitosis there is a division of cell takes place. In cytokinesis also there is a division of cytokine takes place. So the replication of DNA takes place in M phase. The nitrogenous base that is present in DNA but not in RNA. Okay, we have four nitrogenous bases in DNA and RNA. In DNA you have ATGC. In RNA you have AUGC. Okay, in place of thymine you can find uracil in RNA. So what is the difference? You have thymine in DNA, but you don't have thymine in RNA. Instead of thymine, in RNA we have uracil. So thymine is the correct option. The major difference between plant cell and animal cell is, okay, this is a diagram which gives information about the organelles which are present in the plant cell and also animal cell. Okay, animal cells have mitochondria. This one is true. Plant cells have Golgi complexes. In both animal and plant cells, we have Golgi complexes. And animal cells have endoplasmic reticulum. Here we have endoplasmic reticulum, rough and smooth we have. And plant cells have a large vacuole. Okay, which one is correct? The main difference between plant and animal cell is that animal cell also has a vacuole, but the size is small. But in case of plant cells, there is a large vacuole. So this is the main difference between plant cell and animal cell. The reducing sugars among the following is, some sugars reduces Benedict solution and also Tholen solution. A reducing sugar among the following is, Some sugars reduces Cu2 plus into Cu plus and also Ag plus into Ag. If you take Benedict's test, sugars reduces Cu2 plus into Cu plus, and if you take silver mirror test or Torrance test, sugars reduces Ag plus into Ag. Some sugars reduces and some sugars cannot reduce these ions. The sugars which can reduce these ions are called as reducing sugars. All monosaccharides, all monosaccharides are reducing sugars. What is the condition for reducing sugars? To act as a reducing sugar, the sugar should have hemiacetal, hemiacetal or hemiketal form. This is the condition. Okay. The form should have one OH and another one will be OR like this. Suppose if you take sucrose, it's a here there is no hemiacetal or hemiketal form, and trehalose also there is no hemi or ketal form. This one is disaccharide. This one also disaccharide. Among disaccharides, sucrose and trehalose, there is no hemiacetal or hemiketal form. So these two cannot perform. These two cannot reduce Cu2 plus or Ag plus. Lactose, this one can reduce. It's a reducing sugar. And methyl alpha D glucopyranoside, this one, since there is a at alpha position or at anomeric position, there is a methyl group. This one is not a hemiacetal form, it's a acetal form. So it cannot perform, it cannot act as a reducing sugar. So what is the correct option? Lactose is the correct option. In Killian-Fischer synthesis of monosaccharides, the products are generally in Killian-Fischer synthesis. Let's take D-arabinose, CHO, CH2OH, OH, HOH, and HOH. Okay, when you treat with the Cn minus first, here there is a formation of OH and Cn and CH2OH, OH, HOH, and HOH, and also we will get COH and Cn. Here we are getting two diastereomers. Okay, there is a change in configuration at one center. So these two, what is the relation between these two? These two are diastereomers. After final synthesis, we will get D-glucose and D-monos. D-monos. These two are diastereomers. So what is the relation? The monosaccharides which are produced in Killian-Fischer synthesis, they are diastereomers. The minimum number of moles of phenylhydrazine required for the complete conversion of 1 mole of glucose to its corresponding Wassermann derivative is. Okay, let's take glucose, CHO, and this is HOH and OHH. I am taking these two, and HOH, HOH, and CH2OH. Okay, when you treat with phenylhydrazine and NH2, okay, there is a formation of hydrosomes, CH double bond, NH2, PH, and this is a CH2OH. Here I am taking one OH, OH. And when you treat with another molecule of phenylhydrazine, okay, there is a formation of C double bond O keto group here, CH double bond N NH2 PH, and here there is a formation of C double bond O, and the remaining there is no change. In remaining positions there is no change, and here there is a formation of PH NH2 plus NH3. First there is a 1 mole of phenylhydrazine, second mole of phenylhydrazine, and when you treat with this one with phenylhydrazine, PH NH NH2, there is a formation of Voss zone, This is the lysosome which is formed. This is the lysosome. Here there is no change in configuration. So here how many phenyl hydrogens are used? For 1 mole of glucose we are using 3 moles of phenyl hydrogens. So 3 is the correct option. Most of the enzymes are proteins. Rough degradation is generally used for. This rough degradation is used for the reduction of size of sugars. This is used in the preparation of one carbonless aldose from parent aldose. Suppose if we take glucose, CHO, and this is the structure of glucose, HOH and OH, HOH and HOH. First we have to treat with the bromine water, and second one is Fenton's reagent, Fe3 plus, and hydrogen peroxide. We will get D-aragonose. Okay, this is the product we will get CHO, CH2OH, and here there is a decrease in chain length of aldose. So this is the preparation of one carbonless aldose from parent aldose. This is the correct option. Extranuclear DNA in the cells is found in. Okay, we can found DNA in nucleus, and also we can found in mitochondria and also chloroplasts. So mitochondria is the correct option. How many distinct 3 nucleotide codons can be designated using 5 different nucleotides? Okay, let's take a single nucleotide. Let's take X nucleotide, and when you create codon, here X. So here how many are possible? 1 is possible. Suppose if you take X and Y, 2 different nucleotides, and how many codons are possible? All may be X, or all may be Y, or one is 2 are X and one is Y, or X, Y, X, Y, X, X. Sometimes X, Y, Y, 2Y, and Y, X, Y, and Y, Y, X. 3. These are 1, 2, 3, and these are 2. 8 are possible. So if you use one nucleotide, you will get 1 power of 3. 2 nucleotides, you will get 2 power of 3. 3 nucleotides, 3 power of 3. 4, 4 power of 3. And 5 different, 5 power of 3. So what is the correct option? 125. 5 into 5 into 5, 125. Which of the following amino acids has the side chain structure NH2COCH2? Okay, arginine, this one contains guanine ring. This is the side chain CH2 3 times. NH, C double bond NH and NH2. This is the side chain of arginine. Lysine, this one consists of CH2 4 times NH2. This is the side chain. And the glutamine, this one consists of CH2, CONH2. And asparagine, this one consists of one CH2 only, one CH2 and CONH2. This one also amide. So what is the correct option? In asparagine, this is the side chain. Choose from the following the enzyme which catalyzes the conversion of starch to maltose. Okay, starch. First, this one is converted into maltose, and the maltose disaccharide, this one converts into glucose monosaccharide. For the conversion of starch into maltose, we use diastase. From maltose to glucose, we use maltase. And what is the use of gymase? Okay, we have cane sugar, that is sucrose, and this one is converted into glucose and fructose, and glucose is converted into alcohol. So for this, we use invertase, and fructose glucose to alcohol we use J-mase. And what is the use of elastase? This one hydrolyze peptide chains. So what is the correct option? Diastase is the correct option. Proteoglycans are biological molecules consisting of a glycosaminoglycan chain linked to an amino acid residue of a core protein. Identify the relevant amino acid from the following. In this glycosaminoglycan, proteoglycans, we have a core protein. This is the core protein. This one is attached with glycosaminoglycan. In core protein, we have serine. This one has side chain CH2OH. This functional group attaches the core protein with glycosaminoglycans. So what is the correct option? Serine is the correct option. Which of the following statements about fatty acids is not true? The fatty acids, these are dissolved in nonpolar solvents. These are not dissolved in polar solvents. And these are triglycerides or esters of fatty acids. This one also correct. Most naturally occurring fatty acids have not transformed. These have cis double bonds. Most of the naturally occurring fatty acids have cis double bonds. Fatty acids are biosynthesized from acetyl coenzyme A. This one also correct option. So what is not true? False statement is C is a false statement. Choose from the following the number of ATP molecules produced in glycolysis. In glycolysis, glucose is 1, ADP and 2 phosphates and also NAD plus. This one converts into 2 pyruvates. In glycolysis, we get 2 pyruvates and 2 ATP and NADH. Okay, this is the equation for glycolysis. In glycolysis, there is a formation of 2 ATP molecules. Cell membranes are made up of. In cell membranes, we have proteins, lipids, and also carbohydrates. The protein percentage is 50%, and the lipids percentage is 40%, and the carbohydrates percentage is 10%. If you take any membrane, it consists of nearly 50% of proteins, 40% of lipids, and 10% of carbohydrates. So majorly we have lipids and proteins. So this is the correct option. If carbohydrates are mentioned in this option, lipids, proteins, and carbohydrates, that option will be correct. Which of the following polymers is used to make bulletproof fiber? Okay, Calver, this is amide, NH2, and the para position there is a NH2. It's a copolymer or conjugation polymer of these two molecules. This one is very strong, and this is used in a bulletproof fiber. These are monomers of Calver. And Nomex, this one is similar to the Calver, but this is not as strong as Calver. In this we use para diamino, and in this we have a meta. Here NH2, NH2, and also we use these are the monomers of Nomex, COCl. So what is the correct option? In bulletproof fiber we use Calver. Which of the following compounds present in urine is detected by Benedict's method? The Benedict's method, this is used for the finding out reducing sugars. This is a test which is used for the identification of reducing sugars. So in urine we can find glucose. Glucose is a reducing sugar. We can detect glucose by using Benedict's method. The carrier of genetic information in organisms is. In organisms, the carrier of genetic information is nucleic acids. both DNA and RNA are the carriers of genetic information in organisms. So nucleic acids are the correct option. Identify the unicellular organisms among the following. All bacteria are unicellular organisms. All protists, Amebia, Euglena, and Paramecium, all these are unicellular organisms. And some algae, yeast, and this one, chlorella, all these are unicellular organisms. So in these options, earthworm is not a unicellular. Bacteria, this one is unicellular. Hydra, this is not unicellular. And yeast is a unicellular organism. So what is the correct option? 2 and 4 are the unicellular organisms. Viruses are made up of. Okay, in virus, we have protein and DNA. In some viruses, we have the genetic information is DNA. Or in some proteins, we have RNA based. And definitely we have proteins, protein spikes we have. So in viruses are made up of protein and DNA or protein and RNA. So what is the correct option? 2 and 3 are the correct options. In the DNA double helix, the base complementary is governed by. Okay, in the DNA we have base complementary. A is complementary with T and G is complementary with C. Adenine and thymine, and this one is adenine and cytosine. Here there is a 2 hydrogen bonds between A and T and 3 hydrogen bonds with G and C. The complementarity is governed by hydrogen bonding. Collagen is it's a structural protein. In this structural protein, we can find a triple helical fibrous protein. We have 3 helical, and the structure of each helical is fibrous. So, what is the correct option? D is the correct option. The phenolic compound among the following is okay, paracetamol. We know the structure of paracetamol. This is the OH, and the acetylation takes place at amino group, and this is the paracetamol. In paracetamol, we have OH functional group. In brufen, we have COOH functional group, penicillin, beta-lactam, and camphor. It's a C double bond O bicyclic compound which is having C double bond O. The two strands of double helical DNA are associated by hydrogen bonds between adenine, thymine, guanine, and cytosine. The number of hydrogen bonds between AT and GC. Okay, in between A and T, we have 2 hydrogen bonds. Okay, this one is very, very important, H bonds. And G and C, we have 3 hydrogen bonds. So here 2, and here we have 3 hydrogen bonds. An amino acid containing sulfur is proline. It's a secondary amino acid. This one consists of NH. Here this is the CO. OH. This one consists of pyrrolidine ring. And cysteine, it's a disulfide of cysteine. This is the disulfide of cysteine. Okay, in cysteine, we have CH2SH. CH, this one is CH2SH, and COO minus, COOH, and NH2. This is the cysteine. And if you take disulfide, removal of hydrogen and S. If you take CH2 and CH, this one is COOH, and this one is NH2. This is disulfide is called as cysteine, and this one consists of sulfur. In serine, we have CH2OH side chain. In the alanine, we have CH3 side chain. So, which one contains sulfur? Both cysteine and cysteine contain sulfur. A conjugation step growth polymer among the following is. Okay, majorly we have addition polymerization, and conjugation polymerization. Generally, addition polymerization takes place between same monomers. Here we have same monomers. And in conjugation polymerization, it takes place between 2 or more than 2 different monomers. And also in conjugation polymerization, there is a removal of smaller molecules such as H2O or ammonia or alcohol. Polystyrene, The monomer is styrene, and the polyvinyl chloride, vinyl chloride is a monomer. Ethylene terephthalate, here the monomer, we have two monomers, CH2OH, ethylene glycol, and also terephthalic acid. Okay, this is the copolymer between terephthalic acid and ethylene glycol. Definitely, it's a conjugation or a step growth polymer. And the polypropylene, it's here you can find only single monomer. So what is the correct option? Polyethylene terephthalate is a conjugation or step growth polymer. The characteristic violet color of biuret test is used to identify urea and also used to identify amino acids. In a qualitative analysis, the structure of biuret is okay, when you treat urea and heat it, NH2CO, NH2, and NH2CO, NH2. There is a removal of ammonia. Here there is a removal of hydrogen. Here there is a removal of NH2. So we will get this structure. There is a removal of ammonia, and we will get NH2CO, NHCO, NH2. Here in biuret test we use Cu2 plus Ir. When in presence of this compound, there is a coordination between NH of this one, and similarly we have 4 NH, 4 NH groups. It is coordinated with 4 NH groups, and there is a formation of violet color complex. Okay. In biuret test, there is a coordination of 4 molecules with Cu2 plus, and there is a formation of there is a conversion of blue color solution into violet color. A fused 5 and 6 member carbocyclic ring is an integral part of. If you take steroids, there is a 5 and 6 member rings. Here you have A, B, and C, and D. We have 3 6-member rings and 1 5-membered rings. So what is the example? Cholesterol, it's a one type of steroid. In this cholesterol, we have 6-member rings and also 5-membered rings. So this is the correct option. Thank you very much.